1.
Step right
This
in,
guy
my
comes
friend.
in to speak
Let
to
me welcome
Vandenberg.
you in this humble abode of mine.
Then the
Can't you see
shooting.
we are having a seance? What are you... Ah!
Then the guy runs, and then he calls for help.
Mr. Vandenberg has been shot! Please send help!
Johannes Vandenberg was with a guest when the killer arrived and shot him. His visitor survived and used the phone to call the police.
Okay. The killer was blackmailed. The murderer was definitely pressured. A man was forced to assassinate Vandenberg and keep his wife safe. That's all we've got for now. We came to the Crown Theatre to meet Johannes Vandenberg, but all I could find was Vandenberg's dead body. He was having a seance with a friend. Another man appeared, shot Vandenberg multiple times. The visitor used the phone. There was a second man at the site of Johannes Vandenberg's murder. What happened? He could tell me more about it. Maybe we need to go check police records, because they would have interviewed him, right? Thing is, who killed the cops outside afterwards? 'Cause those must be the cops that responded to this. They've already begun setting the crime scene up because, yeah, they've got all that stuff around. You know, the little number tags for the evidence and so on. Oh. I guess we'll find out now.
Stop right there. Put your hands
Oh,
up and
never
don't
mind.
try anything stupid.
What? Why?
You're under arrest for the murder of Johannes Vandenberg.
Yes, I came back after he was killed.
I didn't kill him.
We have clear evidence against you and an eyewitness report. Take him in.
Let me guess. The suspect was wearing a hat? This is obviously a frame-up. If the cops came by and began, you know, putting those little tags on everything, and then they got killed, then the cops come again after someone comes after the crime is done, and they say, oh, you killed him. Like, wait, what? Are you sure? Frame up. Murder acquisition. Can I leave? I want my lawyer. Give me my phone call. Or my last meal or something. Look, just...
Rise and shine, Detective Reed. Hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Do I remember him? I probably do.
Weren't you
Hello.
the man giving orders back at the Carpenter Manor?
Yes.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
You have an excellent memory, Reed. The name's Frank. Regardless, I'm here for you. Mr. Carpenter has put up your bail.
What a generous man. I'm glad we backed him. I wonder if the grumpy old Mr. Carpenter would have done that. Probably not.
That's generous of Mr. Carpenter, but tell me, how did he know I was here?
The Carpenter family has a long and proud history of supporting the Oakmont Police Department. Let's just say they keep us in the loop.
Okay.
I must confess I'm, pleasantly surprised. That seems helping Mr. Carpenter was a good choice after all.
I just said that.
You helped Mr. Carpenter, and now he returned the favor. The Carpenter family always pays its debts.
No, that's the Lannisters. But I get what you mean.
I didn't kill anyone. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Of course you didn't do it, Mr. Reed. The witness must be mistaken.
No, seriously. I'm innocent.
Okay, sir. Mr. Carpenter wishes to see you. I suggest you take up the matter with him yourself.
Fine. Thank you.
Well, that would be the way out. In the meantime, before I leave, I'm sure they don't mind someone they just arrested for attempted murder pawing through their records. Investigate this. To whom it may concern, there's a conspiracy brewing in the city. It's the Fishmen. I know you couldn't confirm my previous reports, but this time it's different. They're taking over. Their rancid underwater gold has been surfacing around the city. Soon, they will have enough to buy out everybody. Your institution must investigate this. I took the initiative and performed a preliminary investigation. Yes, I know I don't have a license, which is exactly why I need someone who does. I am sending you the first batch of my notes. More notes will follow as I carry on with my research. This conspiracy is real. The Fishmen! The Fishmen! Regards, Sims. Wow. God, am I seriously going to entertain this case? I've been charged with the police of Johannes van der Berg. I did not commit the crime, but the witness, there's a witness against me. The killer used a gun identical to mine, wearing a suit and a hat similar to my own. Must learn who framed me and expose the truth, otherwise the police will lock me up. So, this would be a violent crime. Witnesses. Instruments of crime? Nope. Would it be criminal, the district then? Where was this? This was in Advent, wasn't it? No. Maybe it classed it as Reed Heights? No, it didn't. GBG Blackwood? Maybe. We'll leave that for now then, until maybe we understand better what we're supposed to be looking for. Because right now Mr. Carpenter wants us. What is this other case we got then? Are these are just all locations, aren't they, we're supposed to go to? Some big cheese used to brag about a strange piece of jewelry he bought off a fisherman. He died during the flood, so the fishermen probably find a different agent now. Still, the gold needs to be recovered. Alright, so this is just a fetch quest. Rightio. I mean, it's worth XP, but we'll probably not worry too much about that for now. So Mr. Carpenter wants to meet me in the manor. Let's go do that first, then. Let's see if maybe he gives us a little bit more of a leaning in which direction to run. Hello?
You better start brown-nosing Carpenter. If it were up to me, we'd have already thrown away the key.
Sir, I didn't do a thing.
Oh, really, newcomer? Shall I read your record aloud?
Go ahead. I'm a good citizen.
A good citizen with a shotgun. People like you are best kept in jail.
In a town full of monsters.
You're not so good with people, are you, officer?
Men like you are why this city is a mess. You blow off locks and break into houses to ransack them. You stroll the streets with a loaded gun, firing at innocent passers-by. And don't you dare deny it.
Did not fire at anybody, actually, so go, yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can't help it. Sorry, I'll do better, or I'm protected.
The work of a private eye does occasionally require some lateral thinking, but it's all in service of law and order.
So you commit crimes to prevent crimes. Got it. The only mystery is why you haven't ended up here sooner. Just remember, if it weren't for your powerful friends, you'd still be rotting in Oakmont jail.
You know what I think about that? Boom! But you're made of strong stuff, so whatever. Alright, Carpenter lives over in this area up here, doesn't he? Yeah, that's the Carpenter Manor. Alright. Believe this was it? Yeah, that police chief, what a charmer, huh?
Don't you have work to do?
Yep. Boom! That was a mistake. He's like, whoa there, dude. Oh, here we go. Here come crazy visions. No. Maybe. Oof. Getting hot in here. Okay, well that wasn't horrifying at all. Hi.
Charity work. We could be running a real wreck.
Yeah, but you're not. You're doing charity work, so suck it up. Enjoy being nice for once. Hi. Oh god, no. Don't point that at me. Fuck.
Okay. I'd kill for a good fight.
Here's one. Ugh. Well, apparently you really didn't want one. Smells like bacon. Uh-huh. No, if we set fire to that rude cop, that would smell like bacon. Oh, yes. Actually, yeah, okay. Let's try the other room. Is the other clone one still here? No, he's gone now. The one that was, like, drinking that youth tonic thing. He's gone. Okay, well that's good then, because I was wondering if we got rid of the old Mr. Carpenter, but the young old Mr. Carpenter was still here afterwards, and this guy hadn't killed him. I guess they dealt with him afterwards. Hello. Oh, there you are, in the corner. Yeah. Alright. Good day.
Hello, Mr. Carpenter.
Mr. Reed, welcome. Things are busy right now, but I hope we may soon find the time to share a conversation and some wine.
That's been a luxury lately.
Wine or time. Regardless, I won't delay you further.
I appreciate you bailing me out of jail. I was in a difficult situation.
A trifle, Charles. Though I understand you're not off the hook yet. Milton Pierce says he saw you killing Vanderberg.
I didn't kill him.
I believe you. From what I know of your character, even if you and Johannes had a falling out...
I wouldn't have done that.
Exactly. Reed, I trust you, but the police don't. If you can't find the real culprit, there's little more I can do. That being said, the Carpenter family still has its connections in the police department. Just let my taskmaster know when you have an alibi.
So he said the name of the person. He knows who was the witness, a guy called Milton Pierce. Well, let's go through this first. It's just polite.
How are you feeling after everything that happened with Brutus?
Please, I'd rather not discuss it. But my father is upstairs, should you wish to see him.
You mean the metaphorical upstairs, or actually upstairs? Like in the attic?
I get the feeling you knew Vanderberg.
He was an old friend. A man of rare mental clarity. I met him in Europe during the Great War. He and you are among the few decent men in this city. I hope that I won't need to choose one friend over the other.
You served during the Great War?
Yes. One of the hapless grunts at Meuse Argonne. I'm afraid I still find it hard to talk about.
I understand. What do you know about Milton Pierce?
He's quite a prominent voice in political circles, though he's not afraid to play ugly. I saw his interview with the Oakmont Chronicle recently.
Do you know where I can find him?
He's somewhere in Reed Heights, but sorry, beyond that I can't be of much help.
Thanks again, Mr. Carpenter. I should be off.
Before you leave...
We might be able to find him in the City Hall records.
Should you run into any further difficulties, take care, Mr. Reed. I'll set aside some wine for when it's all over.
What you give me? Oh, the Tommy gun. I like this. Thank you, you're my new best friend. Argonfrost makes sense why he has that face. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we need to speak to him once we've established an alibi. Let's see what we've got. Find the witness. Couldn't learn much about Milton Pierce. All I know is he lives somewhere in Reed Heights, currently running for mayor. How could nobody know much about this guy? He had an interview with the newspaper recently, or maybe we go there and speak to him and find out for them instead. Killer was blackmailed and no alibi. Nope, that doesn't work together. To get the charges against me dropped, I need to find the man that actually murdered Johannes van der Berg. If I can provide proof of his guilt to the taskmaster at Carpenter Manor, they will do the rest. Okay, so let's go find this mayoral candidate's article in the newspaper. But yeah, that guy, some of the stuff in his room, like there's his old military outfit with the medals on it, there was a picture or something, and I think that's actually where we saw Johannes van der Berg. We saw a picture of him there. So yeah. And I think conversations with Brutus earlier on in the game is where it mentions something about the son's disfigurement in the war. Alright, so we go around this way. Hi.
Mr. Reed, a question for you. Would you like to see your name on the front page of the most popular newspaper in Oakmont?
Not really, no, unless I own it.
The stories I've seen you cover, they're not exactly my kind of news.
Hashtag fake news.
If you don't like them, this is your chance to make a difference. There's so much going on in this city that people need to know about. We need somebody out in the field.
Alright, fine.
Yeah,
tell me what you got.
Sure. So long as it's a paid job, I'm in. So what do you want me to look into? Monsters from the sea, giant rocks all over the city?
Nobody's interested in that kind of stuff anymore. We need something that'll sell. Gossip, scandals, you know, real news.
Change my mind, I'm out. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
The latest lead. Why don't you go see him? He's upstairs. Oh, and don't forget your camera. You're gonna need it.
Really? You want me to climb drain pipes and take pictures of people? Is that it?
See you later.
Okay, so officials maybe. Articles and interviews. And I guess Reed Heights. There we go. Today, our correspondent had the chance to roam the beautiful alleyways of Eastern Reed Heights, all for the sake of interviewing one of the most promising political figures in Oakmont. Pierce's property, an apartment building tucked away on Museum Avenue between Communion Road and Halong Street, is definitely a grand sight, but Mr. Pierce takes pains to assure us he is in touch with the needs of the humble man, meeting regularly with community leaders. Okay, cool. So that is Eastern Reed Heights, Museum Avenue, Communion and Halong. Communion Road, Museum Avenue, between Community and Halong. So somewhere along here, basically. Oh, and it's near a fast travel point we already know about. Nice. Okay. You know what, while we're here, let's go speak to this guy and find out whatever the heck the muckraking job is he wants us to do.
The door won't budge.
Okay, it's not that office. Ah, editor's office. Oh, y'all a bunch of crazy people. Like, wow. Okay.
That's odd. Did the editor leave Yorick here in charge?
A Coverside tiger. There's a rumor of a tiger roaming Coverside looking for prey. They say it escaped from the local zoo during the flood and was never recaptured. People are saying it's no ordinary beast, but some kind of skinwalker or evil spirit. The residents of Coverside have reported hearing it roar at night. A man named Claude Hamilton claims to have seen the tiger in a damaged house. He was taken from the site of the accident by the doctors. Interesting. Okay. That might be worth looking into later then. Could be good for a hoot. When I was like 19, there was rumors of a tiger having been seen not far from where I lived at the time. Nobody ever proved anything, but, you know, people were talking about it. It was in the local papers. People said that there'd been a photograph of it in one of the fields nearby and wondering how it got here and all that kind of stuff. And then not just a few years ago, there was supposedly a lion on the loose in Essex. Turned out just to be a really big house cat that somebody saw in a field. I mean, how the hell... It was one of those Maine Coons cats, you know, so they're really big, but not that big. So yeah, somebody needed to get their eyes checked. Okay, there we go. Very crazy people about. I don't know. So it's this way. Oh yeah, we were in this area earlier. I remember this. That's right, there's the militia building. Oh, sorry I didn't see you there because you weren't actually there up until a few seconds ago. So it's an apartment building down here. And it said it was the alleyways where they met, right? Yeah, these are beautiful alleyways. Look at these. As was described in the newspaper. Like I said, hashtag fake news. Okay, so that's not one of them. Skunk! Oh. Maybe this is the building. Doesn't look like any of the others are enterable. Okay. Boom.
This guy sure had some blood on his hands. Literally.
Ooh. What the hell is that? Was he trying to promote himself like, I mean, Caesar or something? That must be his apartment. Let's have a look downstairs first before we go in. See what manner of nasties are down here, if anything.
Based on past experience, leaving it here was not the best idea. The smell of blood can attract all sorts of unwanted visitors.
I wonder whose blood that was. So that actually does look like the waistcoat that the guy who came for the seance was wearing. So it is the guy who was there at the time. It's the guy who called the police. Question is, why did he finger us for the crime? Oh, go upstairs. Okay. Bonk. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Hello? Okay, this doesn't look good.
Hey, must be taking his election campaign very seriously.
Well, if he doesn't, he ain't gonna win. A note to Milton Pierce. Milton, my earnest friend, it's been a while since we last met. I wish to remind you that my door is always open for you to pay me a visit. How about we finally hold that seance we've been talking about for so long? I expect to see you at the Crown Theatre soon. Warmly yours, Johannes. Okay, so it was him.
Is he planning to become the Prince of Oakmont, or is this just some light reading?
Machiavelli. I wouldn't call Machiavelli light reading. Jeez. My fellow Oakmonters, from this day forward, a new vision will guide our city. From this day forward, it will be Oakmont's first. Every decision made on trade, on fishery, on newcomers and Innsmouthers will be made to benefit the people of Oakmont. We must protect the boundaries of our city from both outsiders and the forces of nature. Let's make Oakmont great again. Really? Hashtag MOGA.
Someone got changed here in a hurry.
Mm-hmm. There be blood here?
Definitely kept some dirty clothes here. You can see the blood splatter.
Every time I see wicker baskets like that, by the way, I always expect to see like a king cobra come rising out of it. Memories of playing those old Indiana Jones games. A letter from Throgmorton. Dear Mr. Pierce, despite all the differences we might have had in the past, I can't but admit that today I see you as one of the most promising candidates for mayor. Oakmont needs a strong hand, which you surely can provide. Don't expect any financial support from my side. I believe one running for mayor should possess the requisite financial means, but otherwise you will have my full assistance. Respectfully, Robert Throgmorton. Interesting. Occultist knife?
The shape
EOD?
is familiar. I've seen similar daggers before.
Yeah, the cultists of the EOD used those. Here we have a letter from them. Mr. Pierce, on behalf of the community, I want to express a huge gratitude for everything you do for us. Very few of the stakeholders here show the compassion to the Innsmouth descendants, and you are a rare exception. Please accept this dagger as a sign of our friendship and proof that, while we maintain this connection, no one from our side will dare to harm you. Yours, Anna Cavendish. Oh, so, for those keeping score, the Throgmortons and the Innsmouthers do not get along at all. And this guy was courting both sides, so yeah. Also, that's not escaped my attention right there. This weird hole in the floor. Look at that. It's like Edgar Allan Poe's Telltale Heart. But it doesn't seem like I can interact with it. Is that just a scenery glitch? I don't know. Can't go in there. Huh. Is there anything else that we can find here? Anything at all? Oh, okay, yeah, there's stuff on the table.
Banker's heart.
Wow. Why hating on bankers so much, Reed? Jeez. Oh, here we go.
The blood was spurting out of him, Robert. Just spurting out. Oh, it's all over me.
Robert. Okay. So this is our mayoral candidate. And then he straight to the bottle, like, yep, I need a drink after that. With Robert's help.
Where's my Dane tie? I should have been at City Hall by now. Voters won't meet and greet themselves.
Yeah, so Robert might be like his assistant or something. Or his son.
Get these out of my sight, Robert. Isn't that why we have a laundry room downstairs?
Time to figure this out.